Normski TV, looking at all things Arsenal. Today's transfer, just hearing some news with regards to Pablo. Hearing that the deal's possibly hanging in the balance. It looks like he's ended up going back to Flamenco to start his pre-season training. It seems as if both sides, Arsenal and Flamenco, have got different ideas in terms of whether he's sold to Arsenal, whereas Arsenal have changed their terms to say that they want him on loan. So this seems to be obviously the sticking point. He flew over a couple of days ago to do the medical, and we thought, yeah, it's in the bag. It's a matter of time for the announcement. Now we're hearing that he's ended up going back to Flamenco to do his pre-season training. They are saying that talks still ongoing between the two clubs, and I mean, at this stage, for him to come over and do his medical, you know, why would we? I'm not saying that a deal can't collapse, but why go through all of that hassle? We are in need of a left-sided defender. He's 6'3", very commanding, got a presence about him, and yeah, I just hope that we get the deal done. Look, listen, I've not heard of the player. I've never heard of the player, to be quite honest. I've never heard of the player. So, am I upset? I think I'm more frustrated more than anything, because it's typical Arsenal. We do this thing where, you know, we say we're going to buy him, and the next thing it's going to be a loan, and the negotiation team, you seem to have messing this one up, and we can't afford to sort of fall out with Flamenco with regards to this. You know, we want to keep, you know, good relations with this, so we don't really want this to sour the deal. So we're hoping that Arsenal can go and sort this out quickly. I think Flamenco wants £7 million for him. Now, £7 million is not a lot of money, and I don't know why Arsenal are not willing to pay that out. Maybe they just want to see what he's like, take him on loan with the option to buy him in the summer. I mean, we are looking at other targets such as Upamecano. We was linked with Mavienko. Are we still going to be going for these players, or what's the situation? Only Arsenal knows, but we've got to make sure that we get this deal over the line. Unless they've got somebody else lined up, I don't know. But it seems as if at the moment the teams are, I wouldn't say at loggerheads, but obviously one side is wanting a loan, whereas the other side is thinking, well, we want to sell him. So at the moment, you know, they're a bit apart on this situation. So we'll just wait and see what takes place, hoping that it will get resolved before the window closes. Other news coming out, James Rodriguez, who plays for Real Madrid, hasn't had much time. He hasn't really, since his World Cup, where he was like the pick of the bunch, and loads of teams were after him. I think it was in I can't remember the year it was, but he had a fantastic World Cup, and a lot of teams were looking at him back then. Now it seems as I think he went on loan to Bayern Munich, but it didn't work out for him. He's ended up at Real Madrid, but it doesn't seem like it's going well for him. I don't know how long he's got left on his contract. Something in my mind of 18 months seems to ring a bell. Somewhere I read 18 months. Is he the player that we want? I mean, he's not the biggest of players. He's not the strongest of players. You know, we've got a lot of attacking players in that role, and he isn't the James Rodriguez that we all knew back then, when he was really putting up trees. And I just think, you know, it's just paper talk, or maybe agent talk, just to try and see if they can tie him around Europe. But do we really need him? No, not really. So for me, personally speaking, we've got enough attacking players, and so we just have to go with what we've got. Just like to finish with well, I haven't heard nothing more at the moment with the Aubameyang situation. You know, PSG, Barcelona, they all are interested in him, but I think Arsenal just need to hurry up and get this situation resolved. Get him signed up to a long-term deal. He's our best striker. We can't afford to lose him in this transfer window, and we need to try and make that top 4 spot, or at least try and win the Europa League, so that we can keep him. And that way we've got European football, and also we can attract the top players to our club. So just hoping that we can get this resolved and get it resolved really quickly. Other than that, there's not a lot more news. I only to just say that Arteta is backing Mustafi. He did say, he came out and said that people make mistakes, and but as long as they can bounce back and get on with it. And to be honest, in that Chelsea game, he did do that. He made an awful mistake, and ended up doing really well, playing really well in the second half. The only thing for me with Mustafi, he's always got a mistake in him, and it happens too regularly, and that's the only thing for me. Maybe we'll just probably keep him up until the summer, and then try and sell him, to a club, hopefully Galatasaray, and try and recruit back some of the money, and we'll probably get about like 20-25 mil for him, and then use that money to put down on a really top class defender. Just one other thing I just remembered, Gomez, who it looks like he's ended up going to Lyon. It looks like they've beaten us to him. We was linked with him, and defensive midfielder. We was linked with him, but it seems as if I think he plays for Atletico Pyrenees, if that's the right team. Just doing this off the top of my head. He looks like he's going to end up going to Lyon, and so it looks like we've missed out on him. Looks like he could have been a good player for us. 23 years old, but it just seems as if Arsenal weren't prepared to take him in this January, and I think again it was a case of us trying to take him on loan, but it looks like Leon made a march on us on that. So that's the only real news that I've got so far. Nothing else to say concerning transfers. Again, we'll hope that something happens tomorrow where we can come with some more positive news, and hopefully we will definitely sign a player. We've only got 4 days left till the transfer window closes, so we need to try and at least get one player, if not 2 players, and let's just move on. We're playing later on this evening away to Bournemouth in the FA Cup, so I'll just hopefully give you the team lineup just before the game starts. That'll be probably a live stream just to say who I think should be playing, and hopefully my predictions will be correct come the kickoff. I hope that we will do the job against them and move on to the next round and see what goes on there. So listen, I'm out of here. Please like, subscribe and share, and again I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video. Cheers.